She raised the kitten without knowing that he was a dangerous predator. One day, the beast showed what he was capable of. Many people doing good deeds are waiting for reciprocal actions. A person wants his good deeds to be noticed, and after that, they're properly thanked. The heroine of this story did good simply because she loved wildlife very much. It happened at the call of the heart. It would be foolish to expect reciprocal gratitude from domestic animals, but the woman was mistaken and one of her pets managed to pay her mistress good. After all, this happened in KITTEN region in one small village. The old woman didn't have any left. Her husband's relatives were long gone and they'd never had children, and her only consolation was cats. In total, in the house of the elderly woman, there were 4 cats, all her animals. The grandmother either brought them from the city or found them on the street. The most remarkable of the pets was the last cat. Picked up on her way to the station that day, my grandmother was returning from her friend who lived in the big city. With her, the woman carried a large bag to the brim filled with products that were not brought to the village. A stray cat smelled food and followed the woman. The hungry animal didn't leave the woman a single step until the very station. Even after the grandmother fed the young cat, he continued to follow her and meow plaintively. So another resident appeared in the house. A month later, the grandmother noticed the cat, although he was young, was growing faster than the rest of her pets. Neighbors, seeing another cat in the yard of the woman, suggested that she found cubs on the street and that Kuna is one of the largest breeds among the cat family. But the grandmother was even delighted because she'd never had purebred cats. The rest of the pets at first reacted to the huge cat with distrust, but then they got used to those places where the grandmother wants. In the autumn, hunters for non-ferrous metals often visited. The thieves waited for the summer residents to leave for their cities and at night climbed into their houses. There they stole aluminum utensils and other colored inventory of local residents' houses. These people didn't touch because they didn't want to climb into a place where they could be given a good rebuff. But once this rule was nevertheless violated, an adult son came to the neighbors of the heroine of the story. He had not worked anywhere for a long time, and therefore he was interrupted by odd jobs and walked around the district in search of something valuable. Having persuaded 2 more local residents, he decided to climb into that house of his grandmother who had many cats. On that day, this woman was supposed to spend the night in the city with a friend, but because of the sudden surge of pressure, the grandmother stayed at home. The robbers didn't know about this, so at night they climbed into her window. The thieves split up. One went to the kitchen, the other went to the hall, and 3 to the bedroom. With their stomp, they woke up the sleeping grandmother. Seeing the stranger, the woman screamed suddenly. The robber felt that someone had jumped on him, and then he howled from unexpected pain. A huge cat clung to an unfamiliar guest in the face, releasing its huge claws to the full length. Accomplices ran from the noise. Seeing people, the cat loosened its grip. The injured thief rushed to run. At this time, the cat rushed to another intruder and grabbed his legs in a second split. The man's tight jeans were taken apart. Something red flowed. All 3 robbers jumped out into the street in horror, leaving their tools for breaking. They hurried to leave the dangerous place. Later, they managed to find the criminals. They were identified by both the mistress of the house and the neighbors in the area who noticed 3 suspicious men running away from the house. True, if the timidity of the cat, then it's not known how this story would have ended for a defenseless elderly woman. Many after that cases said that the grandmother's pet behaved like a real guard dog. It's interesting that as the circumstances were clarified, it turned out that the cat was not quite a cat. It was in fact a wild mammal. But it remains a mystery as to how it got in the city limits. And the fact that the old woman was able to tame a wild beast is not at all explainable. If you like this amazing story, like it, write your comments, and share it with your friends now.